Using time-based effects can help to add ambience, width, and excitement to your mix. What up, yo? This your boy Wavy Wayne. Today, we're going to talk about using time-based effects in a session. We're going to look at how to properly apply it to a track and make some funky music. I'm going to break this down into a really simple step-by-step process. When you want to use time-based effects like reverb and delay, you always have to use an auxiliary input track, all right? Time-based effects are generally shared without your session, so multiple tracks can be accessed in the same reverb, the same delay. Using this method will help you to save processing power. It also keeps a little consistency throughout your session, and it's pretty quick and easy to set up. Another reason I like to apply my time-based effects as its own separate track is that allows me to manipulate that effect even more. So I could EQ it or add other processors like maybe a flanger to a delay or a compressor to a reverb if I need to. Step 1. Make a new stereo aux input track, all right? Aux input tracks are always the type of track that we will use whenever we are going to be setting up our time-based effects. So now that I have my aux input track created, I'm just going to name that track Reverb. I already had a track named Reverb in here, it's just hidden. The next thing I'll do is go ahead and insert my Reverb plugin. Now, you can dial up whatever kind of preset you want on this Reverb plugin, but I'm just going to keep it simple for this tutorial. Maybe on a later video, we'll talk about all the different presets within a Reverb, all the different parameters that you can choose to set. Right? So I'm just going to dial up a medium plate for now. Step number 2 is to apply a bus as the input on that aux input track you just created, that new reverb track. Now, a bus in Pro Tools is the way that we send signal from one track to another. So anytime you want to route your signal from one track to another, apply a bus. So on the input path selector, I'm going to go in and click on my input path and choose bus. And I'm just going to pick any bus that isn't being used. Bus 1 and 2 works well. As I like to stay organized, I'm also going to rename this bus. So I'll right click on this path after I've assigned it and choose to rename. And of course, I'm just going to name this the Reverb bus. Cool. Step number 3 is go to the sends of whichever track you want to apply this effect. So I have my sends section showing here. If your sends aren't showing, you can go to the view menu and choose edit window views or mix window views, wherever you're looking at, and make sure that there's a check mark next to sends. All right. So I have my sends showing. I'm just going to click on the send selector. Go down to bus, and I'm going to choose that reverb bus that I've assigned and renamed. Whenever you're using a send, after you apply that send, the send pop-up window, the send level window pops up, all right? Now you use this send level window to determine how much of the signal you're actually sending over to the effect to be processed. So I'm just going to go ahead. When I'm applying my reverb, for example, I like to start off with the send pretty high. Now that sometimes scares my clients. They're like, yo, why is so much reverb? But I do this so that as I'm adjusting that reverb, I can hear the reverb start, and I can hear the tail. I can hear the frequencies of how it's interacting with my music and make me make better decisions about how to affect and change that reverb. After I get the reverb sounding how I want, then I'll go ahead and back that level off.
He has charm that lights up the town. His smile lifts me up when I'm down. I first saw him on a summer night. I knew that moment would change my life. I fell in love with the way that he said, baby, baby, yeah. He told me that he had traveled from far away.
Cool. And just as easy as that, I have applied my reverb. And I can use this same method for any other time-based effects, delays, flanger, choruses, you name it. All your time-based effects should be set up this same way. That's the Wavy Wayne tip of the day. Please like, comment, and subscribe. I want to thank y'all all for watching these videos. The feedback has been great, so I'm going to keep on making them every week. Look out for a new video. Y'all be dope.